So once again, my private messages have been filled with people asking me to talk about a character in my theory videos, so today we are going to be talking about a character that I believe has a very strong chance of making it into the game, and that character is none other than Crash Bandicoot. Now obviously, Crash Bandicoot is a character that lots of people think should have joined Smash Ultimate a very long time ago, however, for some reason he just hasn't. There's a lot of evidence supporting him, and I think that he'd make a great addition to the cast, so in today's theory video, we are just going to be focusing on him. If you guys have any ideas on which characters you'd like me to cover next, feel free to send me a message on Discord or on Twitter, and I'd absolutely love to read about them. And now guys, with all of that out of the way, let's just go ahead and start talking about Crash Bandicoot. So guys, to help me talk about Crash Bandicoot a little bit, I went to Smashboards once again and found a post titled The Bandicoot Returns, Crash's nitro-fueled Smash thread, and it is posted by a user named Opossum. Now this was posted on March 19th of 2019, so this information may be a little bit dated, however I am going to tell you guys more information after we go over all of this, so let's just go ahead and start. So it starts by saying, who is Crash Bandicoot? Naturally, there may be some folks who are unfamiliar with Crash. Granted, I don't think he's an obscure character by any means, in fact he's far from it, but hey, what's the harm in explaining, right? Crash Bandicoot is the main protagonist of the Crash Bandicoot series of games. The first game was released for the PlayStation in 1996, and since then, his series has garnered worldwide acclaim and has sold over 50 million copies. That puts the series on par with titans like the Donkey Kong and Tomb Raider franchises and surpasses Metal Gear, Street Fighter, and Smash itself. In the games, Crash Bandicoot was the result of an experiment gone wrong. When attempting to transmogrify local wildlife to create his own personal army, the evil Dr. Neocortex gave a previously normal Bandicoot immense stamina, athleticism, and durability, far beyond the levels a normal Bandicoot should reach, but he failed to create a soldier obedient or sane enough to follow orders. As such, Crash proved unruly and escaped from the Cortex lab, and to this day he is thwarting whatever scheme the Mad Doctor comes up with. Why should Crash Bandicoot join Smash? Quite simply, Crash is a gaming icon. Not to mention his zany style would fit Smash perfectly. Add in the fact that Mario, Sonic, and Crash had a bit of a three-way rivalry in the 90s, Mario for Nintendo, Sonic for Sega, and Crash for Sony, and Smash would be the perfect opportunity for all three to settle the score. But wait, you say, isn't Crash much more of a Sony character? Well, so were Snake and Cloud. What matters is that Crash has appeared on Nintendo consoles, and lo and behold, he has. There were a handful of Crash games on the Game Boy Advance and GameCube to name a few. Not only that guys, but there's also the Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy, as well as Crash Team Racing currently available on the Nintendo Switch. Some may also say that the fact that Crash is owned by a Western developer may be a hindrance, which isn't true because obviously we just got Banjo Kazooie, and that's partially true in the sense that only Western created character in Smash is Diddy Kong is wholly owned by Nintendo, but just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it never will. In fact, Crash has quite a bit of notability in Japan. His second game was actually the first Western game to sell 1 million copies in Japan. As well, the original games were heavily promoted in Japan. If any Western-owned character were to make the jump into Smash, Crash Bandicoot would be toward the top of the list. Now obviously, a couple of quick things I need to clarify in the middle of this is that first of all, once again, like I said, we already have two Crash Bandicoot games on the Nintendo Switch, being Crash N. Sane Trilogy and Crash Team Racing, and also, we already got another Western character in Smash Ultimate, being Banjo Kazooie, so just because Crash was made over in the West, that does not mean that he does not have a chance at all. In fact, because Banjo Kazooie's in, that only makes his chances stronger. So what would Crash be like in Smash? Crash's fighting style would be, well, insane. An unhinged, crazed brawler, Crash would fight as if he came straight out of a Looney Tunes cartoon. Iconic attacks like his belly flop would be incorporated into his normals, and most of the rest would be filled in with twirls, kicks, and punches. Appearance-wise, Aku Aku would follow closely behind Crash as he fights, and may also pitch in to help in some of Crash's normals. Mostly though, he's just there aesthetically. Here are my ideas for Crash's special moves. feel free to take a look. So obviously guys, if you guys want to take a look at all this information by yourself, I will post a link to this in the description. Crash's home stage would be Insanity Beach, a recurring location in the series, as well as the first level of the first Crash Bandicoot game. This is a 3-part touring stage taking players across the level. Players start on the beach itself and are there for the longest amount of time. There is no real gimmick here, though the stage is a walk-off. After a while, a platform rises out of the sand and the players are brought to the jungle portion. Here, every now and then, a crab will appear and hurt the players, though it can be dispatched with ease. The third portion takes the players from the jungle to the ruins using the platform once more. Here, there is much more verticality. Stone platforms appear all throughout the stage, mixing up the fight for a bit. After a while, the platform returns the players back to the beach for the cycle to start anew. Then we move on to the conclusion. So with that, I hope you choose to support Crash Bandicoot for Smash. I truly believe he's a character choice many people tend to sleep on as far as odds go, but I look forward to discussing our favorite orange marsupial and his smashing possibilities with all of you. So now that we've gone over this entire post, let's go ahead and talk about it, especially because a ton of new information has come out. So first of all guys, one of the things that I want to say about Crash Bandicoot, and it goes along with this post as well, is that yeah, I completely agree. Crash Bandicoot is the perfect fit for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate because not only does he look like a Smash Ultimate character, but all of his moves make him seem like a Smash Ultimate character. You guys ever just look at a character and be like, that character would be absolutely perfect for Smash? That's exactly how I feel about Crash Bandicoot. Now, one of the things that you guys may not be aware of is that although Crash Bandicoot, like I said, is typically thought of to be a PlayStation character, he actually has just as many games on Nintendo consoles as he does on Sony consoles, which is absolutely crazy. Like this post said, yes, Mario, Sonic, and Crash Bandicoot were all rivals for a very long time actually, until Mario inevitably pulled ahead, but Crash Bandicoot is still a very big and iconic character. Now, probably the biggest argument I see against Crash Bandicoot is that, yeah, he's a character that developed over here in the West, and all characters in Smash did originate in Japan, besides for two, those being Diddy Kong, who is a Nintendo character, and the other one that completely broke the mold being Banjo Kazooie. Now, Banjo Kazooie is a character that is owned by Microsoft, and for the longest time, Nintendo and Microsoft have basically been at each other's throats. They always competed with each other, and when Microsoft bought Rare from Nintendo, nobody ever thought that we would see this character in the game. However, guys, you have to realize that not only does money talk, but Sakurai knows how to work with people and make them want to put their character into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. At this point, guys, ever since we started getting third-party characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, there have been tons, and I mean tons of developers come forward and say that they want to see their character in the game because it's basically free publicity. I mean, for those of you guys who have never played Crash Bandicoot before, having him in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will definitely make you want to start playing his games. The Crash Bandicoot franchise is extremely fun, and if you guys can, I recommend you guys go ahead and pick up Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy, just because it'll give you a really good feel for that character. Now, like I also said, guys, we currently have 2 games for Crash Bandicoot on the Nintendo Switch. We have Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy, as well as Crash Team Racing, so yeah, Crash Bandicoot has a great history with Nintendo, and although that isn't something that, like, matters all that much, I'm looking at you, Cloud Strife, it is definitely something that helps when choosing DLC characters. However, that begs the question, so why would Nintendo even want to add Crash Bandicoot into the game? I mean, what's in it for them? And guys, obviously, they're gonna add him in because he's iconic, they know he'll sell as a DLC character, and they also know that it'll help promote his other games. I mean, the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy and Crash Team Racing games did okay, but if they did decide to put Crash Bandicoot into Smash Ultimate, I guarantee the sales numbers of those 2 games would absolutely go through the roof. So with all of that being said though, guys, do I actually believe that Crash Bandicoot's gonna come to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Yeah. At this point, guys, Crash Bandicoot is inevitable. I have wanted Crash Bandicoot for so long, and I know a lot of you guys have as well, and given all of this evidence, I think he has a very strong chance of making it into the game. However, guys, with all that being said, let me know your thoughts about Crash Bandicoot in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe that Crash actually has a chance to come to Smash? Or do you guys think that he's just never gonna join and we're gonna get some other third-party character? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.